What's poppin', you too? What's poppin', you too? We talking about Mercury. We talking about Mercury. In astrology, we talking about Mercury. We talking about. Okay, let me shut up and get to the video. What's up, YouTube? It's Sydney Island here. That's Island with the Y, not an S. And as you can tell by the title, this video is all about planet Mercury. That planet, that wonderful planet that gives us such a wonderful, sweet headache when it goes retrograde. Yes, planet Mercury. So let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about what planet Mercury means, what it represents, what is it all about, what zodiac signs does it represent. So the planet Mercury is how we think and how we communicate. Okay, planet Mercury also rules the two signs Virgo and Gemini. Okay, Virgo is the feminine side of Mercury and Gemini is the masculine side of Mercury, because Virgo is an earth sign and earth and water are the feminine aspects of astrology, and Gemini is an air sign. Air and fire is the masculine aspects of astrology. So planet Mercury represents the way that we think and communicate, right? It represents how we perceive our environment and how we process what we see in our environment. It also represents how we just overall think and how we express our thoughts, how we communicate. Are we soft-spoken? Do we speak loud? Do we speak with a type of a commanding presence, like someone who would have a Mercury in Leo? Or do we speak more soft and more gentle and more somewhat feminine, like someone who has a Mercury in Taurus? So planet Mercury represents, I'm looking at my notes here, so planet Mercury represents writing, it represents words, it represents communication, it represents social interaction and how we interact, because Gemini is all about social interaction. Planet Mercury is all about education. Okay, it's so much about education and so much about what you learn. It's all about philosophy, but not like Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. Jupiter is all about higher philosophy, spiritual philosophy, the philosophy that is kind of above us all, above this whole world. It's more of the universal philosophy, whereas Mercury is more rational philosophy. It's more philosophy that is more earthy philosophy that has more to do with our lives here, our everyday lives. Planet Mercury also represents everyday activities, you know, your daily productivities, you know, just the little things that you do, like checking your email or a text message, or you know, a quick phone call or something like that. Planet Mercury is about like quick little interactions on a daily basis, and quick conversations that you have with someone. And it also represents deep intellectual conversations that you have with someone. It's all about communication. It's all about talking. It's all about that one-on-one communication, or it can be a group discussion communication. So if you're a book smart type of person, then that's a Mercury type of influence, because Mercury is all about the books. So on the Gemini side of Mercury, this represents gossip and small talk and quick information that you receive, you know, like some quick information that you see off of an article, a news article, or something that you see in social media, you know, something about a celebrity or something like that. The Gemini aspect of Mercury is all about social media, and it is a very intellectual influence as well. So if you have a Mercury and Gemini, you're prone to being gossipy, you know, you're prone to gossiping about people. But I'm going to make a separate video about each zodiac sign in Mercury, but this is just talking about planet Mercury as a whole. Mercury is a very quick kind of energy, you know, it has that Gemini energy, which is, it's people, you know, when you have a Gemini energy, you get bored really easily and you want to keep moving around. It represents variety. It represents a variety of knowledge, a variety of topics, a variety of ideas. The Virgo side of Mercury is more about the details. It's more about organization, all about the things that you analyze and the things that you think are the facts. It's the very rational side of Mercury. So some careers that are more Mercury influenced are writers, publicists, journalists, editors, speech therapists, teachers, specifically English teachers, and it can also represent poetry. But a more Mercury influenced poetry is poetry that is more detailed, and poetry that has something more so to do with your life here. So like, for example, if you're more of a poet who has a lot of Virgo in your chart, a lot of your poetry can be more about the stuff that you experience in your present life. And I apologize for the clack 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 sound. They builded some shit, so I'm sorry. Like, I hope it's not too much, and I hope my glasses ain't too crooked too. It's so many problems. Oh my god. poets who have a very strong Virgo influence, their poetry is more detailed. It's more intellectual poetry. It's more philosophical, rational type of poetry. Whereas someone who is a Piscean energy type of poet, which by the way, the Piscean is a very poetic sign. A lot of people who have Pisces in their deeper aspects of their chart are prone to being, melancholic poets and things like that. Piscean energy poetry, which Pisces is the opposite sign of Virgo, so it's going to be very different than the Virgo poetry. It's more like abstract poetry. It's artistic poetry. It's got a lot of colorful imagery in it. It's very dreamy poetry, spiritual poetry, poetry that talks about being disconnected from this world, otherworldly poetry, peculiar poetry, poetry that's a little odd, it's a little bit strange, a little bit different. Virgos, on the other hand, is just like that straightforward poetry, but it's still very intricate, right? I'm thinking about a Virgo poet that I know in my life, a Virgo friend, and she uses a lot of very big words in her poetry. She's very observant of her environment, and you can see that in her poetry. She writes about her feelings, but it's not like in a boo-hoo poor me type of way like Pisces would be. It's more like in a this is how I feel, and I'm going to use these big words to describe it, but not in a showy flashy way. I'm using these big words because I'm intelligent, and this is how I express my feelings. This is how I express what I perceive in the world, right? But a Piscean energy, which is a Neptune influence, is going to be the complete opposite, which is the opposite of Mercury. Neptune is the opposite planet of Mercury. Neptune is all about the other world and things that you can't see and things that are spiritual, whereas Mercury is about small talk. It's about the things that are happening on this planet, like what's going on with this celebrity, what's going on with that celebrity, but also the deeper philosophical aspects of this planet as well, not just gossip, but also things that you read in books and things of that nature. And this also represents publishers and comedians and fashion designers. It's Gemini is very much associated with the public and public speaking and motivational speaking and things like that, and teaching. Planet Mercury is a very, very intelligent planet, okay? It is one of the most intelligent planets in the zodiac, okay? It contains a lot of information. So if you have your Mercury in Virgo or your Mercury in Gemini, you will be very intelligent and you will be very analytical, and you will harbor a strong Mercurian energy and a strong Mercurian influence in you. But if you have a Mercury in Pisces, it's not the best placement, okay? Because you're going to have a hard time being able to filter out the things that you see, and you're going to have a hard time having judgment. You're going to just believe everything you see, and you may be very gullible. But this also makes you very psychic, it makes you be able to look at somebody and be able to just know how they feel, because you think through your emotions, you think through your feelings. And Mercury in Pisces is very emotionally intelligent. You possess a spiritual intelligence. Your intelligence is more abstract, and you may have trouble understanding this world. You could also be very imaginative, and you fantasize a lot. Yeah, I believe that's all I have to say about planet Mercury. Yeah. I'm gonna make a video all about Mercury in all 12 signs. That will be coming out very soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm also doing private birth chart readings, so email me at s.island55@yahoo.com. All my information will be in the description box below. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. You know you want to, okay? You know you want to see this beautiful face like every day, okay? And hit that notification bell next to the subscribe button so you can get an update for every single one of my videos. And also give this video a thumbs up. You know you learned a lot. You know I taught you something, so give it a thumbs up. Help your homegirl out, okay? So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye bye. Listen to me sing the outro. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me sing my outro. Click one of these videos staring you in your face. Click my pretty face. Hey, click my pretty face.